So we've now worked on some big elements of the throw, how to step, how to hold the ball, how to put the arm backwards, back behind your throw. And so now we would like to fine-tune your throwing action, and we're going to focus on the end of the action. So as we come through with our action, as our throwing action, there's a key moment here where you want that shoulder stretched out a little bit, and you're following through, and look at the forearm. The forearm extends to the target, and there's also a downward turn. I'd like to work on what I call the forearm flick of the throwing action. This drill is a bit tricky to get the right position. So what we want to do is we're going to reach up with a football a moment, and the arm's going to be quite straight. But in fact, it's not going to be straight up by the ear. It is going to be what I say 2 inches forward of my face and 2 inches to the right. So I put my arm straight up, but I bring it forward a couple of inches. Right? I bring it forward a couple of inches. And I also move it out a couple of inches. So it's not perfectly straight up, although my forearm is going straight up. So it's really this part right here that is bent a bit. So there we go. It's 2 inches out, it's 2 inches forward, and that's the beginning of our forearm flick. Now we'll do it without a ball because it really does show what we're looking for when we do this drill. So 2 inches out, 2 inches forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my elbow back, and I keep my elbow in the same position. I'll even do this drill later when we show you a practical where I'll hold the person's elbow. Back, flick. Right. And this is the key to the spiral, the release of the ball. It adds power as well. But watch how my thumb is down on the inside. All right. My elbow's fully extended, or my forearm's fully extended. So back to the starting position. Reach back. Notice how quiet my elbow is. Flick. Look at where I finish. My elbow has not moved. My thumb is down and on the inside. Great drill. It's hard because you're not throwing it very far. In fact, often I'll have people 3 or 4 yards apart. If you get quite strong at this, you might be able to move up to 8 to 10. The key is that you want the ball to go out flat. So what I mean by flat is it flies like this, and then it will drop a little bit through the distance. So here it is with a football. All right, and a lot of it's learning, like right now the bend of my elbow is facing in this way. People have it in all sorts of ways, and the proof is that the ball goes roughly behind your head. Maybe it's here a little bit, maybe it's a little bit on the other side. Here it is. Another key point to this is that firm wrist. Look how firm my wrist is. Very flat. In fact, it feels like my fingers are on top of the ball. All right, I'll move back a little bit more. These fingers are on top. It is not like this. All right, notice the cup in the wrist. Firm up the wrist. Fingers on top of the ball. Bend, flick, and there's my release. And you can see that the ball will go off like this. There's the thumb coming down, and the ball will fly out straight. I'll do it here very lightly. All right, we're here, and away it goes. All right, I hit the camera a bit. There's your release. Again, not a hard throw. You'll find it wobble. It's more about getting it to travel flat with a little bit of a spiral. All right, that's the forearm flick. Now, we can extend that drill a little bit, and we can bring a little bit of shoulder in. So watch my finish this time. We want a little bit more power, a little bit more of the forearm flick as part of a throwing action. So here we go. Hands firm wrist, fingers on top of the ball, back, but now I'm going to add a little bit of shoulder, and I'm going to follow through down a little bit farther. So here, and you'll have a little bit more strength. All right, a little bit harder throw, but again, it's that trying to release from up here. We're trying to learn how to throw in the proper high elbow position. We're learning how to add the forearm and the thumb inside to get a proper spiral. Add a little more strength, and you'll see the ball travel a little bit farther, right? That's the forearm flick.